Paris has consistently ranked as one of the most popular cities in the world. Even a year before it prepared to host the 2024 Olympic Games, the city welcomed nearly 20 million tourists. And it makes sense. Paris is the cultural hub of the world, known as much for its grand monuments as it is for haute couture. But of course, conversation about the city is only complete with a mention of its cuisine. Chefs and food aficionados from around the world have been drawn to the classical French technique of combining simple ingredients to create highly complicated dishes. And of course, don't even get me started on the wine. So, as you'd imagine, putting together a list of the best restaurants in Paris is no easy task, and definitely not one that can be done with complete authority. But for this video, I've browsed through several reviews and authoritative websites to attempt the impossible and rank the best restaurants in Paris. Agree or disagree, the next time you visit Paris, you're not going to want to miss out on a meal at one of these restaurants. If you are looking through rankings and lists of the best places to eat in Paris, chances are you'll come across Septel. This one Michelin star restaurant opened in 2011 as the brainchild of graphic designer turned chef Bertrand Grébouille. Septel's setting is slightly more laid back than you would typically associate with French fine dining, as the designers have swapped out the white tablecloth for a more Scandinavian design, using wood, blackened steel, and concrete walls. But let's talk about what really matters, the food. The tasting menu at Septel changes every third week and is only revealed once you've been served at the table. In general though, Septel is known to experiment extensively with natural flavors and seasonal vegetables, playing with layers and textures and focusing on local and sustainable produce. Reservations for Septel open only 21 days ahead of time and are booked out extremely fast. But if you manage to get a spot, you won't regret it. While Septel has ditched the white tablecloth aesthetic, Les Enfants du Marché has taken it a step further by ditching the concept of taking a seat by the table altogether. It may just be a walk-in dining counter in an open-air market, but don't be mistaken. Les Enfants du Marché is known for serving up some seriously inventive cuisine. A blend of French and Japanese flavors, the small dishes here could easily find their way onto any fine dining menu in the world. The choice of dishes change depending on the season, but you can expect your meal to be a fishy affair, with meals ranging from grilled octopus to mussels and a gorgonzola sauce. Meat lovers can sample finely sliced charcuterie or skirt steak, prepared expertly by chef Shunta Suzuki. The restaurant also has a wide selection of natural wines that pair perfectly with the menu of the day. As a plus, the host and owner, Michael Grossman, was voted the best host in Paris in Time Out's Food and Drink Awards, and is almost guaranteed to make any meal here a pleasant experience. On the downside, prepare to go home with a slightly lighter wallet. Headed by chef Christopher Pelé, Luklons has built a solid reputation over the last few years as an exceptional restaurant, even in a city known for its cuisine. For 3 years running, Luklons has been named in the top 50 restaurants in the world, while Chef Pelé has kept his 2 Michelin stars for 7 years, since 2017. As soon as you take a single look at Luklons' location, in a revamped 19th century mansion owned by the Prince of Luxembourg, you'll have a clear idea of the decadence that's about to follow. The chef prepares his menu based on whatever comes in early that day. But you can expect each sequence and each small bite to burst with flavor and be expertly paired with a rare wine. Some guests have been served up a red mulette, others have sampled a baby eel, but there's no telling what the chef has in store for you until you're seated at the table. All I can tell you for sure is that you should clear your schedule for the remainder of the day, because meals have been known to last for hours. And with a lunch menu that starts at $1.50, my advice is make the most of every minute. In an unassuming corner of the 11th arrondissement is a cafe that could be mistaken for any other coffee shop until you step in, take a whiff, and realize that it's in fact a very serious Parisian restaurant. Mochon Nuts opens for only breakfast and lunch, but is packed to the brim with hungry tourists almost any time of the year. Since 2015, the chef couple Omar Korietem and Moko Hirayama have made a name for themselves, serving up a unique blend of French, Lebanese, and Japanese cuisine. While Mochon Nuts has no fixed menu, dishes can range from a scallops crudo to a za'atar spiced labneh to other Middle Eastern and East Asian influenced fare. But what makes Mochon Nuts truly special and worthy of a spot on this list isn't just its exceptional food. It's the chef's commitment to transforming French fine dining into a more casual affair, minus the grand setting and pretentious waitstaff. And well, if this isn't enough to convince you, one look at Hirayama's baked goods might just do the trick. Like many other restaurants in Paris, Le Chateaubriand has consistently featured in the list of the world's 50 best restaurants ever since it opened its doors in 2006. But unlike many other restaurants in Paris, Le Chateaubriand is not what you would call a fine dining establishment. Instead, this restaurant, helmed by Basque chef Inaki Azpitarte, is a no-nonsense, no-menu bistro known solely for its provocative flavors and innovative dishes. While the rockstar chef Azpinarte is known to blend French, Asian, and Latin American cuisines effortlessly, there isn't any point highlighting specific dishes, as you're likely to get served something completely different when you get there. The fixed menu for the day, which costs about €70, will be written on a large blackboard. Le Chateaubriand is located on Avenue Parmentier, so if you're ever in the area, don't hesitate to book a reservation for yourself.